So guys, welcome to this UX and UI Design Essential course by Vivid Mind Technologies. I'm Sushant Kumar and I'm the founder of Vivid Mind Technologies, and I'm thrilled to be your organizer today. Okay. So before we dive into the cool content that Abhishek has prepared for you guys, let me share why this isn't just another classroom program. Rather, it's a golden opportunity. Okay, so basically, in today's digital age, the demand for UX and UI knowledge is soaring. Okay, it's rather, I consider it not as a skill, rather, it's your superpower to shape how people experience the digital world. Okay, so why do you invest time in this course? Okay, so the first thing that is on topmost is you get the personalized guidance. Okay, basically what I was talking about, right, Nikita? It's one-to-one guidance that we are going to provide. Okay, then what you learn, then you apply those skills in the real world also. Okay, you get to learn that thing. Okay, it's not just like we'll provide you some assignments and you do it and you submit, you get grades and you get certificates. It's not like that. Okay, you get to learn the skills and you will be applying those things, those learnings in real world problems. Okay, like Nikita, you are aspiring as a product manager. Okay, so you will be basically solving a real life problem. Like I had a call with Dishant also before this demo class. So he is a first year student, okay, but the ideas he had in the mind of a product, okay, that's really amazing. So we might hear from him like when we go further in the class, okay. So also during this course, the reason to keep the batch size very low is basically to so that you people collaborate. Okay, you learn to collaborate because in companies, or let's say you start your freelancing. Okay, there is not only one person that is who is working on something. Okay, so there are multiple stakeholders, so you learn to collaborate also. Okay, and at the end, let's say you'll be upskilling yourself for a job or freelancing opportunity, or let's say you have an idea of a product, you'll be able to create that. Okay, so now fasten your seatbelts, clear your minds, and without any delay, let's welcome our mentor, Abhishek, to the virtual stage. Abhishek.
Yeah, hello guys. I will be taking you through the entire journey. Let me share my screen. Ay, ay, ay. Sushant, can you just help me out with the screen sharing thing?
Just a minute. Check.
So I have in another window.
Can you try now?
Just share a screen. Uh, is, yeah, is my screen visible?
I think it's loading.
Can you guys see this entire screen of Intro to Crafting Experience?
No, I guess it is not loading. Can you retry once? Can you stop it and retry?
Are
Yeah,
you able to
now
see?
it's yeah,
You see Intro to Crafting Experiences?
yeah.
Awesome. So, hello guys. So, we will be starting with Intro to Crafting Experiences. So, let's start ahead. So, there are some hot facts in life. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. The earth is round, not flat. I was never able to propose my first crush. Humans love memorable crafted experiences than bad ones. So let's get to know how. So hi everyone, I am Abhishek Mohanty, engineer, visual designer, graphic designer turned into product designer. You guys see a lot of things out there in the world. There are many applications. What do they have in common? Can anybody tell me? Anybody?
Can you provide some context as in what kind of thing are you expecting in common here?
Like anything, you can just
Everything has like a surface. As in surface, I mean a front end, something that we see, an
yeah,
interface.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything. They all have human experiences that sets apart a small little product with the other ones. Okay, so now imagine playing a video game. Anybody of you played a video game?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So what is the thing that like? Let's imagine that you are playing a video game, and there are like a lot of video games out there in the market. Have you? So what is the thing that excites you the most about playing video game? And let's say you have come across some video game which is like a little bit of boring, or like it's kind of like getting ahead way long.
I think Abhishek is facing some network issues. So he's joining the game. So till then, let's talk. Dishant, can you unmute yourself? I think we had a like an hour-long talk before the class. Okay, so maybe you can speak up. Tell
Yeah,
tell us about yourself. Introduce to the
uh,
team.
my name is Dishant Chandra Mahanta. I am from Assam. So, yeah, Sushant was talking about like the idea that I shared to him. Like it was basically a edtech startup idea that I had. It's kind of bit complex to explain it first go. So I was like trying to kind of brainstorm with him, like what should I do or what kind of like features should I add along with my whole thing. So yeah, that was
So so I was having a call with Abhishek also. Okay, so told him about your idea. Okay, so that was really cool. Matlab, he was also interested in that, and maybe he can help a lot. Uh, Sneha, Gaurav, can you also introduce yourself to the class? Just a small introduction.
Hi everyone.
Hey, Gaurav.
Hi. So I'm working as a front-end developer. Yeah, I started my career with like working with Adobe XD, then switching to Figma. But yeah, front-end developer working with Honeywell technologies right now. So yeah, there I'm switching with like working on a front-end stack and back-end like upon requirement. But yeah, sometimes working with UI is also required. Like since we have to like mostly send to the clients or to the businesses to approval. So yeah, switching between these Figma files and coding is like a regular go-to-go job there.
Yeah, like I said, being me too, being in front end or technology side, we should now have an experience of UX and UI. Okay, like Gaurav is talking about is XD, correct, Gaurav? XD, right?
Yeah, the initial days
Adobe XD.
UI UX term was recently launched, so we switched like mostly with the XD now since they have acquired Figma. So yeah, mostly we heard about Figma
Correct.
only.
Yeah. So in this course also we will be covering up Figma because the industry is now taking up into this tool compared to Adobe XD or Sketch. Okay. Because the limitation of Sketch was it's also a good tool, but the limitation of Sketch was just the Mac users can use it. Okay. If you don't have a Mac, then you'll not be able to use Sketch. But Figma is basically it's a desktop-based application. Plus, it is accessible via this web browsers. Okay. I think Sneha dropped or Sneha is available. Hey Sneha, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone, I am Sneha Kumari. So, I'll just brief you about my journey, how I started. I had no knowledge about UI UX, right? When I started with Java coding. But I was lacking the interest there, and then I started exploring different things, and then I landed up in digital marketing. So when I was doing digital marketing there, I got to know about the term UX. Then I researched about it, and that I guess interested me, and then I started working on it. And I think I started working on the practical projects, and then with few of the practical projects, I got an interview and I got selected there. And right now, I'm working as a UI UX designer in one of the reputed company in Bangalore. And from here, I still want to, enhance my skills. Yeah.
Great, great. So you have explored almost all the fields, right, from coding till UX and UI design. Okay,
Yeah, you you
that's
you can
great.
say that. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Abhishek, are you able to join now properly?
I have changed my browser. Let's
Okay,
just
cool.
give me a
Maybe
minute.
you can turn off the camera for a bit, and maybe you can start the screen share. Okay.
Yep, you guys can see the screen.
Yes.
Awesome. So where were we last? Okay, imagine playing a video game. So you guys have played video games, correct? Uh, I would actually require a response. That would be good. Giving me. Okay. Imagine playing a video game. There are a lot of video games out there in the market. What is the best one that you like about playing video games? Can anybody share?
I think one thing is it's like the storyline that goes behind on how engaging games are usually when we play. That we forget that there's something outside also, and the gamification of it. There's a next thing, the hit that comes, the dopamine hit that comes with it.
Yeah, yeah. So, have you ever felt ki like okay, you are playing a certain game, but you are kind of getting bored, or let's say uh, the graphics and everything is not like up to the mark or something. So, what happens during that point?
Yeah, I mean, to add on, usually the design is a very essential part. Like if it is not good enough, it just uh, like the mind doesn't want, like it's not interested. It's usually irritating if the things are not good. It's something we expect to be good enough when we are like as an underlying fact.
It's a total turn off, right?
Yeah.
So we are coming out of a rough day, and when you see like the game that you are so expecting that it should be taking your like frustration out and everything, but it's not doing that. So what happens in that case? So there is a hard factor that people don't have patience to spend time on purely built products. There's a very hard fact, and people won't. And imagine like you have built a product right from the scratch. You are thinking that okay, like it will go wow wonders, but then because of this small experience, it goes crashing. What happens to it? Your sales becomes so less, and you are the amount that you have spent on it, you are not able to recover totally. Let's go to another thing. Art and design. Can anybody tell me what is the difference? Like, let's go ahead with the art. There is no right or wrong answer. Just what do you understand when I tell? This is an art. You guys have seen paintings,
It could
people.
be like expression of human emotions or something, like, because this could be in the form of music also, like if I'm just interpreting, art could be in the form of poetry, or are we specifically talking about the painting related art here?
It can be anything. It can be paintings as well,
Okay.
right? Form of expressions. What do you do? Uh, and what is design?
I mean, one word that comes to mind is pattern. Not necessarily doesn't have to be pattern, but design reminds us the word pattern.
Right? It's understood by everybody, correct? And what do you think of art? Is art, let's say you have gone to a museum, there are a lot of paintings out there. So can you understand them? We all come through a single process that will interpret it in a different manner, correct? Somebody will think one art of like having a mind of its own, another one will be having a different kind of idea, correct? But then when we come to design, we all understand that okay, what is actually going on. So that's how it both are separated. But a question from my end, like if we are segregating both of them and we are just focusing on design, don't you think everything will be looking the same, right? Am I
I mean,
audible?
I have a counter question. So design could be subjective, right? It doesn't have to get standardized. So
When you talk about subjective, what do you mean about it?
okay, so I mean, to a degree, let's say like what looks good to somebody, it could be the size of a circle. So in that sense, it could get standardized, but the patterns, the visual look of it could vary from, uh, let's say if you're taking an example of an application also, how one person might think uh,
Hmm.
to design the layout of a app might be different from uh,
Yeah, you are correct. You are correct. So don't you think those all layouts have been utilized somewhere or the other?
Yeah,
And
to a
that's
degree, yes, it's very true that after a point, like after many repetitions and everything, they do come to a bit of a standard design. Not very like exactly same,
yeah,
but like let's say if you're talking about the boxes or something that Zomato is using, then the curves and the edges, what would be visually comfortable to see.
exactly. So this kind of like creates a monotony, correct? So what is this another thing that separates Zomato from Swiggy from everybody else? That is art. So now when you try to marry art with design, you create something unique. Art is predominantly it's understood differently for different people, but when you talk about design, it's understood by everybody. But if you try to marry them, you create a product which is totally different from each other. So that's how we actually bring in art into design. Now let's look at some metrics. You know, a well-designed user interface could raise your website's conversion by 200%, and better UX can actually make your conversion rates to 400. And that is actually true. Nowadays, people, before, if you look at the websites, those were designed, let's say, or the applications, those are designed in 2010. And those that are designed over now, what do you observe in that?
More human touch or like more interactive things now are nowadays available in the
Exactly.
websites.
Exactly. there's like a lot of different things. People are using art, and they are actually being much more focused on user interactions, how the apps are behaving to some specific clicks and everything, and how those things are bringing in emotions for us. That is kind of exciting. And do you know, as a amazing thing, the amount of, so before, if you just look at those times, before it was just designers. Now if you just look at today date, there are different types of design which have been segregated. There is UI design, there is UX design, there is brand design, those, there is visual designers. Then a lot of things have been segregated. So the world of design has been a very vast, and this is the amazing part, because India is growing to a place where they are actually considering designers on the seat of the upper management. So that is very much exciting. So think, what will you do if you just try to get into this field? Let's tell Let me tell you how. So over here we'll try to keep it light, and we'll be discussing what are the things that we'll be covering with the course. Okay, starting with, we'll be introducing you to the Figma. We'll be telling you how things are done, what are the industrial standards, how you should make your workflows and everything, and how you should be communicating those all things with your developers and the product manager, and even with the product owners as well. Cool. Next up, I'll teach you how you are able to bring in your own product statement. You'll be building a application from the scratch. It's not like we will be giving you a certain task, but you will be coming up with your own problem statements and try to bring in. And that's how we are helping you to grow that problem statement into a certain app, right? We'll be making you understand with the business need, user needs, product needs, and even try to give you a knowledge of what is MVP and MLP, right? Post that, we'll be actually giving you idea about how you should be researching. Think of it like you are building a robot, and then you are researching what are the things that you can actually do in a robot. You'll know how to set boundaries, who will be your target audience, how to conduct research, what are the types of researchers, and how you should be doing your competitive analysis. Cool. Next up, uh, after you're done with your research, I'll be teaching you how you should be doing your analysis part, how you should be converting all of those pain points to certain themes, so that you are able to identify them and key elements, and know where all things you should be targeting. Apart from that, you will be also documenting your research, how you should be doing that for the further processes. Next up, I'll be teaching you how you should be able to ideate. So let's take in all those pain points and try to get innovative ideas out of it. So this is an exciting part of the whole entire journey, because this is where you actually go crazy. There's no boundary to it, and you don't have to be bound like, okay, this can be done, this can't be done. No, you will go entire crazy, and how you should be doing it. Post that, over your whole ideation process, I'll be teaching you how you should convert those ideas into a structure, wherein you are able to give them the tree structure, how the information things will be flowing in. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah,
Just
Abhishek.
awesome. So this information architecture is very much essential, because it will be helping you to understand your users as well, that how they are perceiving those all information. Where are they thinking that, okay, if I go to here, I'll be finding this information. So this is a very, you are able to see a bird eyes view, like how things are flowing in. Cool. Next up, after you're done with your whole information architecture thing, I'll be teaching you how you should convert those all elements to a wireframes. Over here, the exciting thing is, like, when you are actually doing wireframing, you might want to go back to your whole information architecture, because this is where you will start the whole visualization process and converting those information to an actual wireframes which you can actually showcase to your people, that okay, this is what I am doing, and can you understand, can you go ahead with this? You have to you will do everything over here. Now that you have done the entire thing, so this is like the 90% of your whole course structure. After that, there will be visual design. I'll be teaching you what are the color theories, typography, how you should be taking an inspiration from the other people. Let's say you don't from some brands, how they are using colors, or let's say how they are using certain elements in their applications, and let's say their brand, how you should be using those elements and putting them inside your application so that you make it more presentable, and you give them, okay, this is what it is, because jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai, let's say. Apart from that, I'll be also helping you out with creating a design system of your own, because nowadays, if you just look at it, there is a certain position of where design system creation, product designer for design systems, and those are very much essential, because it not only helps you to create a scalable products, but it also helps you helps the developers, because they can create all those components and they will be reutilizing it, and that is very much essential in nowadays. After you're done with the whole visual design process, I'll be helping you out with how to create prototypes and how to do user testing, because we tell कि like जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, but at the same time people should know what you are thinking and how you are helping them out. People should be understand कि like if I'm using this, I'll be having delight, and at the same time all of those flows are correct, because you have created all of your own. Now just let it test it out with the users कि like ये क्या काम कैसे करता है, and इसमें क्या problems आ रही है, are they are able to use it or not, or they are feeling some problems. So this entire thing, the whole information architecture, the wireframe, the visual design, and the whole thing will give you an idea where you will be reiterating all of your designs and thinking that okay, क्या कर सकते हैं different and problems कहाँ आ रही है. So we'll be doing this. Okay. So this is the entire course structure. Any questions? Let's talk.
One thing I wanted to understand, so where we mentioned that we'll pick up a problem statement, and are we going to build that product or design of that product throughout the process as we go ahead and learn?
Yes,
Okay,
you will be
that
doing
is
that.
good. Yeah, okay.
So after this whole entire structure, you will have a application which you can actually take that out in the market. Maybe you can actually pitch into the investors itself, right? You can actually make a startup out of it. This is what we expect from you, and
Makes
this
sense.
is how we are helping you. Any other questions from you guys?
Abhishek, I have one question here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, while I was exploring this UI UX,
Hmm.
uh, I found that there were several courses out there.
Yeah.
You can find it in Udemy, and there are other free courses also. So,
Yeah.
just want to know what is that uniqueness in this course?
So if you just go and have a look at it, so you of course you can find a lot of free courses out there, but how many times do you actually sit around, be dedicated to the entire process and complete it, right? So over here,
Mm,
what is happening is that you will be given a certain timeline which you will be finishing up with. At the same time, you will be having a peer reviews as well, and personal mentorings also, like where if you will be getting stuck, will be helping you out, which you won't be finding out there in the free courses. And having a peer-to-peer review, it's not only like you are learning all on your own, but the entire people out there, whoever will be there with your course, will be learning with you as well. So it's like we are helping each other out. So trying to build a community out of it where everybody is there to help you. And at the same
Okay.
time, while you are actually developing the whole entire journey, as guidance, and at the same time, uh, a specific time frame that you have to chase this, and within this time frame, so there is a goal for you, and this is the time frame which you will be completing with. So this gives you an mental balance that okay, I need to do this.
Okay. Okay. And is there any platform where we all can interact with each other?
Yes, we'll be having WhatsApp, but I was actually thinking that maybe we could go to Discord where we'll be asking questions to each other. At the same time, we'll also be try using FigJam because there is easier for everybody to interact. Like we can do a async thing as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So adding up here to Sneha's question, so let me tell you guys, since we are starting with our courses, okay. So whoever joins in with us, okay, we'll be creating a closed community for all, okay. So it's a lifetime access to our community. We are building a community of students also, okay. So it will be a lifetime access to you all guys, okay. So in case, let's say, even after the course, let's say after 6 months, 1 year also, okay. Let's say you are facing any doubt, we'll be in touch, okay. We'll be in direct touch. You can ask, or you can call, or you can reach out to us for any query that you have. Let's say in your course, or let's say you start some job or something, okay, and you are facing some issues. You can reach out to us. No worries. There is no limitations. That community is just for talking, sharing, and expanding your networking thing. Okay. So you will be having those access.
Community
Also,
is
yeah, Abhishek, go ahead.
so this whole community is for everybody, and you will be like helping out, and we'll also be there for you. You don't have to worry because we'll be guiding you, and at the same time helping you wherever you are breaking in, so that you know you are there. We are there for a journey, and you'll be building amazing products. Cool, Susan. You can actually go ahead.
Cool. So, thanks, Abhishek. Thanks for the great presentation. We had some bumps in between due to network, but we cannot do about anything about that. But we'll try to rectify that in the upcoming things. Yeah. So, uh, talking about the benefits, like as I said, you'll be having some community access to when you join us with the course, okay. Also going forward, let's say you perform well and you have some good product ideas or MVP ready, okay. So based on performance, we, since as I told in the beginning, like we are a technology company, also technology and design company, so we have a requirement of these kind of requirements very frequently, okay. So we'll be providing you with freelancing opportunities as well. Okay, so you can work with us on freelance basis, and so we'll be in touch directly. It's not a classroom program that we do the course and you are gone. Okay, we'll be in continuous touch. Okay, that's why small batch, closed community, these things we are providing. Okay. Any questions related to course you guys might have? Dishant, Gaurav, Sneha, Nikita.
What will be the total duration of this course?
So what we planned is like 6 to 8 weeks would be the maximum duration of the course. Okay.
And apart from that, we also will be taking up some extra times if you guys have some doubts, let's say, because it's not like you won't be having doubts because you are actually building something, right? So we thought that okay, let's take some more time as well, so that all of your doubts are getting clear, because we want you to create something which is beautiful, and for that, okay, doubt clearing is necessary.
Correct. And
Um,
by the end of the course, like let's say you are preparing for any job or something. Okay, like Nikita said, like you'll be going into product manager jobs and all. Okay, so by the end of the course, you'll be having a full prototype ready with you as a portfolio thing. Okay, which you can showcase in companies, or let's say you are taking up any projects or something, so you can show it up. Okay. Any other questions?
And what will be the time at which we all will be joining?
So I was thinking that maybe if everybody is okay with it, I was thinking that maybe Saturday, Sunday at 11 o'clock. I think that's a fair amount of time, and everybody would be awake, is what I'm assuming.
Guys, you can
Yeah,
pitch in. Like,
Exactly.
if you are fine with some other time, you can pitch in. We can collectively decide, and we can inform. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Actually, I'm in college and usually we have deadlines at 12 planned. So might have to let you all know, like if one day might not work out or something like that. If we can, let's say, go by 10 to 11 or something like that. Because when we have a deadline, we usually start late around that happens a lot. Yeah.
It's
Sure,
okay.
sure. Just
Like Sushant, I think we should create a group, and over there we
uh,
can
Yeah.
everybody can put in the timelines.
sure, sure, sure. I'll ask them individually. Okay, and maybe you all guys can pitch in. Okay, whichever time suits you best. Okay, and we'll try to figure out something around that. Okay, so that it's
So just
feasible for
one more
everyone.
thing. So after we have lessons, so we do have, let's say, presentation. So when it comes to like resources that we'll be using to study, so will you be providing us with some resources, or like is there a platform that we'll be using as a
We'll be providing you with a resource like let's say ki, I'll be teaching you with the research wala part, right?
Mhm.
So without actually like I have told you certain things, but after that also you need to do your research. You need to learn from something, right? So I'll be providing you with all those research materials where you will be actually going in and studying. Like if you need some more uh, ideas or let's say things to learn, I'll be providing you with the same. Don't worry about it. I've got you for the entire journey.
Also, just one like concern that I've had basis previous experiences. A lot of the times, these courses turn out to be just a lot of material that's being provided, and which basically is the traditional education system that we have, rather than actually being like something that we are learning at the end. So, as you said, we'll be building up a project, and but just one concern that I have, like, are we really like practical side of learning, because this has become the root of every education system that is there in India or outside as well, like we
Yeah.
just
So coming to that point actually. So Nikita, like I told you that you will be coming up with your own problem statement, right? So we could have actually thought ki like, okay, we will be giving you a problem statement and then you will be building upon it, right? But that is not how we do. I mean, like, you been all of us have been in school and everybody has gone to the chemistry lab, right? What do you like about chemistry lab?
experimentation.
Exactly. That is what we are all up to. So in this process, you will be it's not like you will be going up and up. There will be falls, right? But we'll be there to help you out when you are falling, so that you can actually get a roadmap that okay, this is where I have to go. So coming to the whole point ki like you will be building your own problem statements, because that actually makes you accountable that okay, this is what I have thought, and at the same time I will be building something which will be creating impact to the world. So that is the whole acknowledgement things comes in. So it's not materialistic, it's not, and we are not doing for material or like some money or thing. We want people to actually build something and be proud of it. That is the whole aim of it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like as I said initially during the introduction, like I do not consider UX and UI design as a skill, rather it's a superpower. Okay. It's a superpower. Like you can shape how people experience the digital world. Okay, like I would say this. Like there are many similar apps like Zomato, Swiggy, etc., etc. There was Uber Eats and other things. Okay, why did we use? There might be some apps. Okay, which you might be preferring. Like you might be preferring Zomato. I might be preferring Swiggy. Okay, why? Both provides the same service. Okay. The difference might be the experience. Okay. The experience that I might be liking in Swiggy, you might be liking in Zomato. Okay. So that's what. With UX, basically, you can shape up how like people interact with the digital thing that is there. The experience does matter. Okay. So with UX and you'll be basically learning all these things. Okay, you'll be shaping up those things. Also, regarding the course, like you said about the materials. Okay, so with this, for every class that we organize, okay, so you'll be getting the access to that particular class recording for up to 1 year. Okay, we'll be adding you up in a edapp.com. Okay, so that's a this learning management platform. Okay, where you'll be given access to all the class videos for up to 1 year. The access will be for 1 year. Okay, and we'll be sharing multiple things in the group in the community that we create. Okay, so you'll be reading many things, many articles, many resources that we can that we have that we will be sharing there. Okay, so that's the thing. Any other question? Dishant, Gaurav, Sneha, Nikita, any other things?
I'm so sorry. I'm having so many questions. I'm so sorry again. I just wanted to ask. I know this question might be out of topic, but since, as I told you, that while I was exploring UI UX, before that I was also doing Java coding, right? So I was also doing front end, back end. So I know this is out of the topic, but I just wanted to know if some way, if down the line there is like we can get front end courses also, if you guys are thinking about that also.
Talking about this, we are starting with the courses, right? So, coming down the lane, okay, going down the lane, we are planning to launch some front end courses also, front end and back end courses. Okay, so we'll be in touch with you all guys. Okay, we have created our WhatsApp channel. Okay, so we'll be introducing or making announcements regarding any further upcoming courses or webinars or guest lectures. Okay, so we'll be informing you over there. So kindly subscribe to that channel. I think Nikita and Dishant are already there in the channel. Sneha, Gaurav, you can also join. I think Gaurav is also in the channel. Okay, as per I remember. Okay, so Sneha, maybe you can join there. Okay, and you'll be informed with any further upcomings that are there with us. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Sneha, are you clear on this?
Sushant, why I am asking this question is because, as we all know that, see, you guys have an idea where you guys are trying to build our ideas into reality, right? And our idea starts from designing, and all we all know that. So once we design, then we will be implementing it, and that implementation is the coding part. So that's why I wanted to know if you guys also have an idea of, introducing coding courses also. So yeah, I got that point and I'll subscribe to your channel.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely.
Can
We
you
are
share
planning
that
on that.
link here again?
Sure, sure. I'll be sending just a minute.
I think I will be clarifying one thing that It's up to you guys that if you want to take on coding and if you want to learn, because
Correct. It's not compulsory.
it's not
It
compulsory.
will be
I mean,
basically
like,
optional for
because
us.
you guys are designers, it's not meant ki like you need to know coding, but little knowledge is good. That it's not like you have to code. It's just that you should know ki how things actually behave. Just an idea is pretty good because I'll share you my experiences. So the way that I actually met with Shishant was so I went to this whole entire thing of getting internship for front end thing because by third year I was like almost a full stack coder. But I at the back end I always loved to create. So that's and because of that, I didn't crack the whole front end thing, honestly. But I just showed them that okay, these are the designs that I have done, and that's how I got to crack the job interview for the internship, and that's how I met Sushant. So this is the
Correct.
entire thing.
And I took the path of technical things.
Exactly. I mean, like he started off with UI UX, and then he was like coding and everything, and he's like a full stack coder now.
Okay, I'm sharing the community link, WhatsApp channel link. So let's say in case you guys can join here. If someone is not there, then you can use this link to join the channel. Okay. Sneha, you can find the link in the chat. Okay. Okay, cool. We are we completed our thing, demo class. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, so any feedback regarding the course or the demo class that you had? Okay, that would be really good. Okay, you can drop in some comments also. Let's say you are not able to, you are not speaking right now. Okay, so we'll be taking up those and we'll be shaping up things better. Okay, around those comments. Okay, in the future classes. Okay, and I'll be reaching out to you all guys with the course structure, course brochure, and other things. Okay, in the personal messages. Okay, I hope that works.
Yeah, just one thing I wanted to ask
Yeah.
Abhishek, especially you. So the product that we'll be building, so it will be an interactive prototype that we'll build at the end. Like that's what we're aiming at.
Yes, yes.
Makes sense. Okay. Sushant, one thing I would, I mean, we four of us are here and Sneha has some UI design, but I still think that if we can have more of the students, it will be good for all of us. If let's say there are 7, 8, 9 students, just a suggestion from my end, it will be good for everybody. It's a good number.
Correct. Yeah, so we'll be probably starting the course from next weekend. Okay, so
Okay.
we are trying to reach out to more students.
Hmm.
Okay,
I
and as I
you can
said,
share it like I can circulate in my batches as well. I'm assuming a
yeah,
lot of people who are
that
in
would be
prod
great.
would also be interested to learn more about design in this
That
particular
would be
format.
great.
Yeah,
That would be
That would be
awesome.
great help for us.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, because we are trying to reach out to multiple college communities also. Okay,
Hmm.
like IIT, NIT, and other. Okay, Excelry Jamshedpur would be a
Yeah,
better.
I have actually a lot of communities like outside of
Mhm.
Excel as well, in Excel, IIT also, like because that's the idea. If we have people who have different experiences, then
Correct.
it
Yeah.
becomes a wholesome, the interaction that we're talking about would be a lot fruitful for everybody. If you have, let's say, 10 student is a good number to aim, as my understanding goes. Uh,
Okay. Cool.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I'll share the link with you
I
also.
think all
Okay.
of us, like Sneha as well, Gaurav, we all can share
Yeah,
in our groups that we have, right? So that if we have anybody else who would be interested to join us.
correct. Because we have we want to create a community not just of students,
Yeah.
rather the experienced people also. Okay, so
Hmm.
that they can also share some experience like Sneha and Gaurav shared. Okay, they are working in some companies. Okay, so they shared their journey and experiences. Okay, so the student people can take those up and maybe they can learn too. Okay, so